Ray, what do you want to do tonight?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
There's some secrets here that I want to talk about today.
Okay.
And secrets I haven't put out on any other interview. So I think a lot of people are going to find them very, very interesting and maybe very useful to them. Again, I don't live in the fear that, you know, I'm a bit of a lone gunman in my field. If you haven't noticed that yet, I do all my stuff. And I have such a large following. In all, I have like 250,000 followers, and I do my own thing, say what I feel, and I don't care what anybody thinks about it. And I don't delve in, I don't believe in the fear of like the religious fear, the fear of the Luciferian thing, this and this. Nothing is more powerful than God, and I've achieved God within me, so there's nothing to fear. Like I'm immortal, I'm eternal. There's nothing. And so I want to go ahead and relay some secrets here that have been given to me, and the ETs have said, okay, you know, because I go to the first council of light, what I call ancient light, and they're the ones who helped to bring light into this creation. They hold what I call the first light that manifests. So I go to see that council. I'm always with councils of ETs or spirits. There's a couple hundred different councils, by the way. They're all interacting. So I'm allowed to give out information to a certain extent because some of this information is so powerful that it needs to be used the right way and only the right way. So recently they told me, they said, you can give this information out. And it is some information that's quite intense. So, okay, so we have this whole fear thing over Satanism, right? I need to explain this one. So they're like, the ETs were like, tell them each chakra is connected to a planet. We have cords, yes. And so you have Venus. So let's say with Venus is the planet of love. So it's connected to our heart chakra. And what you can do if you want to help to heal your heart, they're like mirrors. When we send a signal to Venus, it reflects back to us 10,000 times, back to us 10,000 times. So I like visualize the cord, because we all have these cords going to each planet. And I visualize the cord going to Venus, and I visualize sending love to Venus, and Venus mirrors that back because she's the epitome of the love frequency, that spirit Venus is. She mirrors that back to me 1,000 times. So she's very heart healing. And then I ask her to spread that around the planet via to channel that into every heart chakra. So we can use the planets to actually help us to heal and light up ourselves, and also heal humanity and light them up. So the reason that you see the elite doing what people call satanic rituals, see, Satan is Saturn, the planet Saturn, and Saturn's a neutral planet. In fact, Saturn's been abused and used. And Saturn is actually a very benevolent, beautiful spirit that creates our time and reality, so we can have these beautiful experiences in 3D reality. Otherwise, in the realm of spirits, we would become bored, and we would, it would become boring. So we and God, which is God consciousness, creates these different planets and solar systems and cosmos and universes so that we can incarnate and have fun times, basically. We could go ahead and have beautiful experiences, because otherwise it would just get very boring sitting there. So the elite know how magic works. They know how energy works. Energy, magic, it's all the same, by the way. So what they do is they are tuning the realities they want, because guess what? Saturn creates time and reality. It's creating the time and reality on this planet right now. So when they do all these big, rituals, they're giving that projection to Saturn, and Saturn projects it back, and Saturn's neutral. So then it projects back the realities where they have the fame, the fortune, and all of that, and nobody else accesses it. They are tuning via these rituals. So Saturn was telling me recently, because it's a spirit, and I speak to each spirit of each planet, which is a spirit, is telling me, tell humanity, I did not mean to send these timelines. I'm a neutral planet, and I did not mean to create these realities, but tell them that they need to go ahead and gather, and they need to sit there in circles like they used to do in ancient times, and they need to visualize what they want to create, these beautiful timelines, and then visualize that, project into Saturn. I'll project that back to them and create the healed, beautiful realities. That's what Saturn told me.
So you can actually, so you can use Saturn to help manifest
Saturn's
The
a
reality.
projector, just like you would sit and project your, yes, Saturn projects back the reality.
Mm-hmm.
What we send, it's projecting back, and the elite know this, and that's why they're doing it on these dates where they're doing it on these specific celestial dates, because they're giving the instructions to Saturn, so it projects back to the realities they want, but we can do this ourselves.
Wow.
But they hid this in religion because they want, people are scared of Saturn. Satan is a subconscious thing, so they stay away, so they never become in control of their timelines ever, because they're so scared.
Sarah, you are blowing my mind right now.
We can also bring the planets up because we can spin them like we spin our chakras, each one of our chakra systems, because if you look at a chakra, each chakra and each planet, it's similar. So we can spin the planets, and so let's say we wanted to go ahead, and a group of us could get together, and we can go ahead and we could visualize like Venus spinning, and then that reflecting back, and that would make the amount, because when you look at energy, and what do they call it, ion or whatever, it's spinning, remember, and when it's slow, it's dull. So the more you spin something, the more energy comes, so we can spin it more, and that would reflect back and charge us more. So that's what I do. I'll often spin Venus or the planet that I want to project. It's very good because I create reality that is, I'm very successful. I use all these things to create a reality where I literally can do things, like I said, that I will not say here, that when I'm given instructions in the future to say them, I will say them. Okay. But right now, they said to talk about Saturn and to talk about how it's been, the fear and paranoia has been projected onto it to keep people away from these secrets. And the elite have these secrets, and they know what they're doing, and they're using these secrets to create the realities that they want. Okay,
so what are the crystal clear instructions on how to do this with Saturn?
Okay, so then we have this thing of we all have where we can reach God consciousness, which is a beautiful thing, because, have you ever seen the movie The Fifth Element?
Yes.
Okay, love tells the four elements what to do. That's the secret in there. When we come from our heart, the four elements, Christ could tell, like I said, the oceans and the storms stuff to calm, and people to heal, because Christ had power over the four elements, because Christ was in a state of unconditional love. Christ, if you read the real story of Christ hung out with those who lived in alternative lifestyles. Christ hung out with the prostitutes. He loved everyone.
Right.
So he was accessing this. We only access this through unconditional love. If we're sitting there judging or being paranoid or just being terrible, we can't access any of this. We have no power. We're taking power away from ourselves. So first of all, we have to go and we have to clear the emotional body. So then this is some more secrets here. We have an emotional body. So we have the aura, we have the chakra system, then we also need we have the Merkaba. So, and then we have the cords that are connected up to each. So part of us, like the veins are connected up to the rivers, believe it or not. And your gut system, if you look at your gut system and your intestines, it looks like the roots of a tree. And many people's gut systems are off. So the earth, she gives us energy. She actually pulls energy, cosmic energy, from the sun, from the moon, from the stars. She doesn't pull it. They willingly give this cosmic energy, and the cosmos gives energy, it goes into earth, and the earth is connected to us. So we have our physical body, but there's these cords that go into the earth that are unseen. They're like, unless you're accessing the realms of the supernatural, you can see the cords. Most people can't, but everybody's connected in. So these cords these cords of energy come up, connect directly to our gut system, and then channel their energy in and charge us. But most people's gut systems are off, so they're not connected to the earth, so they're getting no cosmic energy. They're walking around robots. Wow. So most people are disconnected from everything. So first of all, to access this, we need to reconnect ourselves up to everything. We need to reconnect we need to heal our physical 3D tech here, which is divine tech that we, like I said, has been given to us as a gift. We do have this false matrix system but that false matrix system is not more powerful than us, because we are God. So there is, like I said, there is no fear in the end. And I believe that all of that fear is pushing us to ascend into God consciousness, because without it, we would be lazy. We would not do that. So first we have to reconnect ourselves up. We need to go sit in nature. We need to, like I said, clear ourselves, and then we will be able to access these cosmic God abilities that we have within ourselves. But I'm going to be very, very blunt about this. Just like it takes time at the gym, to which I go every morning, by the way, to have abs. It takes time to do this stuff. We have to clear out the emotional body. We have to clear out the cells. And by the way, this is another thing. Our cells are like battery cells. They're like solar panels. They hold energy. So a lot of people are full of toxins and heavy metals. So we have chemtrails of aluminum. We have aluminum and deodorant. We have all this aluminum and heavy metals. We have colorants. So our cell, a lot of people are energy vampires because they're not charging. This is another thing. And when you're not charged, you're a dead robot. You're just walking around and you're disconnected from the divine. And then you become angry and upset. And then a lot of lower energies can access you and are accessing you and living within your field. And you will have a terrible life because of this, a life where there's suffering. And again, you need to look at this, that this is trying to pressure you to ascend into higher energies and to heal and to ascend into your God consciousness. So we have this thing going on, which our governments or our elite, there's a good deal of them, know about these secrets. And these secrets are that they know about how energy works. So they're obviously creating the timelines they want via these rituals and stuff, but they're also aware that humanity and all the forces of the divine, humanity is here to help wake them up to their divinity. So what they're doing is they're using chemicals, and they're putting chemicals in everything, and these chemicals go into our cells. So our cells are solar panels. The reason that the Egyptians were sun worshippers, where they took the sun within, and the sun would charge their aura. It would charge their chakra system. And guess what? The sun goes into the physical body through the cell that collects it like a solar panel and charges the aura, the chakra system, and all the rest of our energy system. So now we have something that's going on. They're doing aluminum. They're doing it in vaccinations. They're doing all these chemicals which get in our cells and clog our cells, or the heavy metals that we're being sprayed with. And that's, like I said, in everything, including fast food. There's a lot of heavy metals, including white bread. There's the additive of aluminum. The metal gets in the cell and reflects the light from going in the cell, reflects it back out like a mirror. So we're not charging. And when we don't charge, we go lower and lower and lower in frequency. So we have a whole bunch of people who are toxic. Mm-hmm. Their bodies are full of toxins, and they can't charge, and so they're starving energetically, and they're energy vampires.
So what is the solution?
This is keeping them away from their God consciousness, because to access your God consciousness, you have to be charged with energy.
Right.
And this is connecting them to this what I call this false matrix system that has been put over the divine matrix, the divine cosmic system of God consciousness has been put over and created to keep people in this reality, so that those unhealed people in our world who have powerful positions can keep their powerful positions, because they do not want your planet ascending.
So what is the solution, Sarah?
So again, the solutions are going to be detoxing. You need to do a heavy metal detox. This is something, you can go get EDTA capsules, and you can do 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 2 at night. It's going to take you maybe up to 9 months or a year. But then you're going to start feeling, as you do this, you're going to start getting goosebumps and feeling this cosmic energy come through you. Then juicing. I like juicing a lot of green vegetables. Then I do things like laying on the ground, sun gazing, and I do salt. So another thing with minerals, minerals are so important. The reason that they're bleaching our flour, they're bleaching our sugar, they're bleaching everything. Have you noticed that? They are feeding us bleached food. Yes. Yeah. So, and this is a conspiracy in itself, and is, and I'm into spirituality, not conspiracies, because I feel like a lot of conspiracies scare people. They fall into despair, and then they're so scared, and it's again, right. That's not a good place to be. You don't want to be there. So, everything's bleached, okay? And we know that sugar, original cane sugar, has minerals in it. Molasses is very healing. That comes from cane sugar. So then we also know that salt has minerals in it. And we know that a lot of things, even wheat has minerals. The original wheat was actually good because it was full of minerals. But they're bleaching everything that we are being given. So this is the thing. They're making sure that everything that we consume has no life force in it whatsoever. That's why there's pasteurization going on. I drink raw milk and raw kefir, and it's amazing. It's like I get goosebumps when I drink it, and it's like alive. And I eat a lot of live foods. So most people are eating dead foods, so they're dead because there's no cause. Okay, they're full of the toxins, so there's no cosmic energy coming from the sun and the moon. And by the way, we used to lay under the moon because the moon is the yin, it's the feminine, it's good for women's hormones. So laying under the moon, they're actually the temple of Hathor is a temple of where only women used to be able to gather there, and they lay under the moon in the temple of Hathor, and that those energies would come in and it would tune their hormones.
Wow.
It would literally heal and tune their hormones. So we have these temples too that were built aligned to the yin for the feminine and the yang for the masculine. So we have hormones are the harmony of a woman's body, by the way. They're also the harmony of her energy field. So we have, everybody's out of balance. This is the thing. So originally they used to collect these cosmic energies in their body to keep the hormones for the women flowing, to keep the testosterone for the men flowing. It was amazing. But now we are not connecting to these cosmic energies. We are full of chemicals. When we walk under the moon, we're not absorbing the moon's energy or the sun's energy because we have all the toxins blocking that. So it's making us robotic. But it gets crazier because like going back to bleach flour and bleach, look at the word minerals. Mine of Ra, Ra being the god of light in Egypt. So it's a mine of light. Minerals are a minefield. It's literally like a treasure trove of light energy because a mineral holds light energy within it. When you consume that mineral, it transfers that light energy into you. If you look at the ocean's alive because it has so much salt, which is full of minerals that's collecting the cosmic energy, making the ocean alive. But we're rotten in because we're like that pond that has no minerals in it, that's stagnant, not moving. That's why a lot of people have candida, gut issues, all sorts of issues. They have no cosmic energy flowing through them.
So we need to get
minerals into the body.
Right.
Heavy metal detox, then bring in minerals in the body.
Okay. Now, what are some things we can do for the heavy metal detox? Like, how can we?
So EDTA, that's one of the best, and you can get it in capsules. And we can also do things like, I like doing herbal enemas, coffee enemas. That helps really amazingly well, sweating. So get yourself an infrared sauna. You can get them for $100 on eBay, and you can get an infrared sauna. Go sweat that out, and just, start to do your research. Start to put spirulina powder in a bottle, in a gallon of water all day. Drink that. Start to juice green juices. Just get that energy, cosmic energy flowing through your body so that you can reconnect to your soul energy and to the divine. And this is going to be the most important thing right now. Just avoid the chaos of TV, of politics, of everything else, and go do these things.
Wow. So this was insightful. This is really, wow.
There's so much more.
Yeah. I know. We will have to do it another time because you seem like you have a plethora of information, and I want it all.
Yes.
So, Sarah, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you.
YouAreCreators podcast. And what is your website? What is your YouTube channel?
My website is www.sararadams.com, by the way, and I've done a lot of work on Gaia TV. We just did an Ancient Civilizations, which I'm excited about, and that's going to be coming out. Otherwise, I have also done George Norrie a couple of times, and I've done Buzzsaw with Sean Stone. So there's a plethora of information on those shows too.
Awesome, Sarah. Well, Sarah, thank you so much again for being on YouAreCreators. I appreciate you.